Morning. My name is Toni Short, and we're here to talk about surrender. Surrender to your flow, surrender to your self, surrender to your higher power, surrender to your light, surrender to your guide, surrender to your God, surrender to the universe, surrender to yourself. What does it mean to surrender? It can be seen as giving in, giving up, letting go, releasing, not pushing back. And I think that it takes courage to let go at times because we often don't know what's on the other side. What's on the other side of releasing our grip on what we think we know, what we think we want, and letting someone else kind of have their hands on the wheel, be it God or spirit, and that's scary. It's like, what would it be like if I wasn't in charge? What would it be like if I wasn't the one dictating the shots? Like, do I even trust that someone else can? Or does it just like come through me? Does it just like turn up and then, do I get visions? Like, what the fuck does this even mean? I think that's what's one of the biggest incredible things of my awakening journey, is sort of coming to my understanding of what these things mean for me in practice, like in real talk. So when I surrender, what does that look like, and how do I do it? So for example, this morning I wake up, actually, even the on and off waking up process this morning was very much laden with running through things in my mind. Running through what time it was, should I be getting up, what do I have to do, who's going to be looking for me, what things happened yesterday, how I can how do I need to fix them, how do I need to solve them, when do I need to get myself together so that I can be available in the world. Can I even take this time to be here? Look at this place. Can you see that water? It's amazing. So this feels like surrender to me right now. Surrendering to making a cup of tea, letting go of what I need to do according to something, someone, and just being me. Is this being irresponsible? I think that you always know what's irresponsible and what's in allowance, or what's in alignment. One of the definitions of alignment that I understand is where you're being utterly yourself, being me. So I'm like, okay, this is me. I love quiet. I love cups of tea. I love chilling with my teddy. Say hi. And I love nature. And I like moving to my own flow. So all of those things feel pretty aligned. So am I in alignment right now? I think so. I think it's Marianne Williamson talks about the scavenger dogs, and the scavenger dogs being our ego, and how they often, come and bark and scrap around our heels to take us off our path. And that's really, the ego's job is to keep us safe, and the ego's job is to keep us, the same as everybody else. The ego's job is to keep us to not, from expansion. The ego's job is to keep us small. So the scavenger dog comes to try and take us from this moment, the present moment, because that's all I have right here, right now, is the present moment, right? This is all we have, this moment. Me, you, Teddy, the birds, the fishy under the water, everything. So anything that's not in the present moment is not happening. I mean, I could choose to stop doing this and do something else, yes. So the surrender, the alignment, all of these words, it took me a long time to really find what they meant to me. What they meant to me. Surrender for me looks like acceptance too. Right now I'm having a hot flush, and it makes me angry, and it makes me embarrassed, and it makes me feel less than a woman. But surrender is acceptance, because it's what's happening in this present moment, and I can't change it. And being tough or hard on myself doesn't make me feel better. So as I feel the waves of skin heating and cooling, it's quite a fascinating thing that our body can do. Like right now I feel that my thighs, the front of my right thigh, is as cold as ice. And it's sort of throbbing. It's going away. At one point I felt this heat and prickliness under my armpits, the back of my neck. my arms. No, it's going away. So that feels like surrender to me. Surrender to the fact that this is my day. I'm going to write because I'm a writer. I'm going to paint because I'm a painter. I'm going to speak because I'm a speaker. I'm going to show myself to the world because I'm a leader. I'm going to cook a beautiful meal, many meals for myself, because I feed my body with what it needs. I'm going to stare out at this beautiful view, watch the birds, watch the trees. I'm going to be me. And that's my surrender to the present moment. That's my surrender to the bigger plan, the bigger knowing. Do you know who you are? Like deep down, do you know? And that's not like I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a girlfriend, I'm a boss, I'm a this, like not at that level, but do you know who you are? Do you know what makes you happy? Do you know what makes you sad? Do you know why it makes you sad? Do you know what makes you feel exhilarated? Do you know how you react in certain ways? Certain behaviors, certain situations. Do you know how you behave? Do you know how you react? Do you know how to love yourself? Do you know what you need to be loved? Do you know how to allow someone to love you? Do you know how to surrender to your own love? Every day we are given opportunities to surrender. So find out what it means for you. In certain moments it might be different. You're having a conversation with someone and there's a moment of, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Is that surrender? When you're feeling tired, exhausted, physically, mentally, emotionally, what do you do? How do you push through? How do you true grit yourself through it? Or do you release and surrender? Maybe you're thinking, I can't just surrender because I've got shit to do. Okay, sure. But let's look at those things and see if they really, really are what needs to be done in the moment, and that they couldn't be done a different day or at a different moment, or even just to give yourself 5 minutes to look at the view. Watch the birds. See? ever think that birds get tired? So their arms get tired from flying. Birds come all the way along. And maybe that's part of why the aerodynamics of their arms are built so they can fly and float. But I gotta say, it looks tiring. Still going. Still going. So think about what surrender looks like. It looks different every day, every minute. Find it. Because on the other side of surrender is everything that you're dreaming of. The allowance is what allows. The surrender, the allowance is what sort of signals to like let the dogs out on the other side from the universe to deliver the next breadcrumb to move you forward in your story. Be patient. Be kind. Be loving to yourself, first and foremost. Selfishness, or putting yourself first, is your only job in this world. And if we don't, no one else will. So this is the time that you're going to take for yourself. I love you. Enjoy the view. Remember, you have everything that you need. Exactly where you're meant to be. And everything that's happening for you right now is divine. Have a beautiful day.